Hey you guys, it's Channon Rose.
And Travis.
And in today's video, we are going to be answering a ton of your questions. So we'll just like start right off the bat.
Straight to it.
Straight to it. Heather Maxo says, YouTubers always talk about a time in their YouTube career where they had to really learn to deal with the hate. How is it for you? Or how was it for you? Love you so much. Love you too.
We love you too.
You like develop a thick skin. I think like the longer you do it, you kind of just get used to it. But some days are harder than others. But then I just always have to tell myself, like, when people are saying something negative about you, it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. So I just keep that in mind and it helps me go on about my life. What about you? How do you deal with like hate online? Do you really get hate online or?
Everybody loves me. I mean, so it's difficult for me to relate to this question, honestly. No, no, I'm just kidding. I think that it just always hits me that, you know, we make videos and everything else, and sometimes we don't think that there's over 1 million or like 1.5 million subscribers and people. Yeah. And then I have to stop and think, that is a lot of different thoughts and ideas and personalities. Yeah. And then it kind of comes into kind of like play, because sometimes we're like, oh, like most people maybe just think the way we do, and that's not like the case. So I don't know. I think I just have to step back and be like, okay, everybody has different, you know, viewpoints or something like
opinions.
That. Yeah.
So you just think, you deal with it by like, oh, we just all have different opinions, so you don't let it bother you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I try not to put like too much effort into it and stuff, because I mean, we know the reality of like who we are and what we do and stuff like that. So
yeah. Brooke Wood says, are you planning on having more kids after this little miracle? Do you want to answer that?
So I'm not sure if you know or not, but Shannon's tubes are tied, and so we had to do IVF.
Well, they're not tied.
Okay, not tied. They're
removed.
They're removed.
My fallopian tubes have been completely removed,
Correct.
so I'm like totally sterile. So we can't get pregnant on our own.
Correct. So
not by choice, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a whole other story, but we have videos about that. So it's not just a real simple kind of cut and dry, like, oh, you guys gonna try to get pregnant? You know, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of money. There's a lot of injections again to go through. So there's just so much that, I mean, we'd love to. Like the first answer is we'd love to. It's just the second part of that is there's a big second part of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know, on my end, we just have to see like where we're at and like how, you know, we have, you know, one child, and if we decide we want to go through, because it was a lot on us emotionally and everything too. Yeah. You know, and so many procedures for you, and I felt bad, you know, but I don't know, it was like our only way to do it. So that's, you know, it's as much of my thoughts as it is of yours. So I don't know if you feel sort of pretty much the same way, I think, you know.
So I would answer that question by saying we would love to have another kid. Yeah. So I think it kind of just depends. We'll see how this pregnancy goes. It's been really difficult for me, this pregnancy. I know you guys don't always see it, because on my good days is like when I film and like put makeup on and like do my hair and stuff. But you know, it's been rough, like this whole baby journey for us. But I know once this like little girl is born, it will all be worth it. And then, you know, I feel like we'll be like, let's do it again. So that's kind of like, I think where we're at mentally right now. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah. Okay, Misty Castillo says, are you still vegan? I saw on your Snap you posted a pic of mini Oreos and put hashtag pregnancy life.
Oh, the mini Oreos? Yeah, so we're still both vegan, and when we get into like different food stuff, there's a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but if you look at the back of a product and it says may contain, you know, milk ingredients or something. So the short story with this is, in a food processing facility, they may process all kinds of stuff like wheat or tree nuts or some eggs or some milk or something. And so they may use the same conveyor belt that runs food. So when it says like may contain, but it's not in the ingredients, it's just saying like, hey, you know, maybe, you know, we use some milk products or some tree nuts or some egg or something that went on the conveyor belt, the same conveyor belt that your vegan food or your food was going on. So from an allergy perspective, they need to put that on the back of a product, because if some kid had a really bad allergy to, say, tree nuts, and they didn't say it was on the same conveyor belt, even though it didn't have tree nuts in the product, they could maybe get sued or something. So if you're like, I don't want to say insane vegan, because I'm not trying to like put anybody out there, but if you're like, I don't even want my food being in the same building as an egg or something.
I think the argument with Oreos is like something with the sugar.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to like generalize stuff, but
I think people think that Oreos are not vegan, and the argument is like something about like bone sugar or something.
Bone char used for like sugar process or something.
Yeah, something like that. So there's different like this is why like a long time ago I made a video on this channel of like I said why I'm no longer vegan. Like obviously I still am a strict food vegan, or I eat plant-based. Like people are so weird about like certain things, but like you know, if I get sent makeup that's not vegan and cruelty free, I'm still gonna use it. So I feel like people are just different. Like I'm okay buying leather secondhand. Now I don't go out of my way to do that, but like if I saw a Louis Vuitton bag, you know, at a thrift store,
used secondhand.
Yeah, used secondhand. That's not going to the production of, you know, killing animals. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a little bit of honey in my food. He's not. So like just people are different. But for the most part, to me, Oreos are vegan in my opinion, and I'm gonna eat them. So there's like, we can go on and on and on, like answering some of these things. It's like a whole
10-minute separate video kind of thing.
But yeah, we're still plant-based. I feel like we should just call ourselves plant-based, because the vegans like come for us. Like
I mean, I'm like pretty hardcore vegan, like, so anybody that wants to kind of dispute that, they can have fun with that one, because I'm pretty.
He is way more vegan than like I am. Okay, so Amy Key says, has Travis's family said anything about your pregnancy?
About the pregnancy, no. I mean, we were in contact with my dad when we were pregnant, no longer now at the moment, but
we don't talk to his family. Travis and I have this like, well, I mainly, if like they don't help you grow or glow, they've got to go. So like if there's negative people that are like bringing you down in life or whatever, we don't need that in our lives.
But the family thing is nothing new. I mean,
no, but we've had some issues recently. We put out a video recently, and then there was like more drama after that, and so we just don't talk to any of them, not even the dad anymore, which is like unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it is, and we're better off without them. Kale Alba says, are you going to be doing Vlogmas this year? It's kind of early, but I absolutely loved your previous Vlogmases, and I love your vlogs in general. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you watched the main channel and the vlog channel, because some people just think I only have this channel. They don't know about my other one. Yeah. Are we gonna be doing Vlogmas this year? I didn't think about that. Like, we do Vlogmas every year. We're gonna have a baby this year. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do Vlogmas.
I didn't think about it either, because if we are close to our due date, she's gonna be like 1 month old.
Oh, we have to do Vlogmas. Are you kidding? We haven't talked about this like we're talking about it now, but like we have to, because we're little baby.
You may be wiped out.
We're both gonna be wiped out, but even if the vlogs are like 3 minutes,
it may just be a vlog of my face talking,
or maybe just showing the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so freaking excited for this little munchkin to come out of this stomach. Do you know what you're going to name the baby? Yes, we've known since before she was born, or not before she was born, but like before we like knew we were even pregnant. Like we kind of had a name that we wanted.
And stay tuned to the end of the video.
Oh, we'll give you guys a baby name.
We'll give you guys a baby name hint. I know we said we were gonna do it like once a week between all the channels and stuff, but sometimes we forget.
Yeah. Is your other book gonna come out? I've gotten this question so many times, like for in here. Yes, my other book is coming out. Excuse me, I'm like pregnant. Obviously I'm pregnant. I say that in every video. I'm just like gross right now. Like burping up cookies and cucumber water. Okay. Yes, my second book is coming out. I've just been working on a lot of different things, so it's kind of stalled a little bit, but I'm hoping to get it out by the end of 2018. So stay tuned.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Someone said, when are you gonna start giving us baby name hints? We've been giving baby name hints. So if you haven't seen those, go back and watch my old videos and my old vlogs because they're all in there, but we will give one at the end of this video. Will you be sending your baby to a public school or private school or homeschool? Good question. I think at this point we don't really know yet, but we have thought about homeschooling. I mean, I wouldn't like homeschool. We would like hire someone to homeschool.
Have somebody, hire somebody
to come in. So we'll see. We've talked about it, but we haven't really like made a solid decision on that. But if you guys have any advice on any of that, let us know down in the comments.
I think it's like different ideas and stuff now too. I mean, 20 years ago, if you would have asked me, I would have said, oh, absolutely not. They're going to school, regular school.
Yeah.
You know, but
things have changed a lot.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things have changed, you know, and stuff. So we'll see.
So many book questions. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Madeline Mason says, you may have already addressed this, but are you going to be showing the baby or are you keeping her off YouTube? We're definitely going to be showing her.
Oh yeah. What's this? This is part of, I mean, well, not part of, this is our
life.
Job.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has been for many years.
Right.
So it's just like a new, and if you guys have been following for long enough, I mean, we were boyfriend and girlfriend living in LA, then we got engaged and we got married, then we moved to our house, like I mean, it's like I don't know, what is like shows, like episodes or series or
like reality shows,
or,
kind of like a real reality show because there's no like script
or whatever it is.
Or whatever. Yeah, we definitely plan on showing her. A lot of people asking if we plan on having kids after this one. Are we going to do a name reveal and when is your due date? So we're definitely going to be doing a name reveal video after she's born. So like right after she's born, and a lot of people have asked like, are you going to vlog the birth and all those things? Like absolutely. There will be we will be filming all of that. And then we will be doing a name reveal. And my due date is October 21st. I don't know if she's gonna come October 21st, but we will see. Oh, this is a good one. Destiny says, do you think you will try to hide your past from your daughter or will you just be straight up and tell her when she's old enough? That's a great question. I'm definitely plan to be straight up with her and just tell her when she's old enough. I've never been the type of person to like hide things or keep things. I'm not secretive at all. I think honesty is the best policy and I like to just tell people everything. So I'm definitely going to be that way with my daughter. And I don't plan on like hiding or keeping anything from her.
I think that goes, you know, in saying with kind of life in general and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that if you talk to your kids in advance, like well in advance before something, they look at you like you're crazy, like, gosh, I'm not even like hearing about it. It gives you a chance and them a chance to kind of comprehend and then come up with their own ideas or solutions or ways to handle. I guess that's what I'm trying to best say is like ways to handle situations in advance. Like if something happens and they have no idea about it, like how are they going to handle a situation? I'm not just talking about the past thing, but I'm talking about like anything in general. So
yeah.
I think if you can proactively talk to your kids about important things and discuss them before it pops up at school or pops up with their friends or their boyfriend or girlfriend or something, I don't know, it gives them more knowledge, I think.
Yeah. Haha Brooklyn says, are you going to raise your baby gender neutral, letting them express themselves as they wish, picking whatever toys they want to play with? ? I am going to raise her as a girl. I did buy a lot of gender neutral things just because like when I was little, I was such a tomboy. Like I liked playing in the dirt and like, you know, like playing sports and stuff. And so I definitely plan on letting her be herself and express herself however she likes. And if she wants to play with, you know, G.I. Joes instead of Barbies, like we're totally fine with that. If we had a boy and the boy wanted to wear like princess dresses out, we would let him do that. Like I think we're very like open like that, you know? We're not like, I don't know. Some people are more like weird, I guess. I think it's maybe like older. We're older, but like I think it's like people like my dad's age or something would think like my dad's generation would be like, you can't let him wear a dress out like that. Like, you know, I think our generation is like more laid back and like okay with that kind of stuff. So to answer your question, yes, I plan on letting our little girl express herself with toys and the way she dresses, and we are going to love and accept our baby no matter what, no matter gender, orientation, you know, like that doesn't matter to us. We're very loving and accepting, not just of our own kid, but of all kids and all people. That's just like how we are. We love everyone. Ashton says, will you ever consider making a vegan cook or recipe book? I'll let Trav take that one.
Well, that's funny you should ask because I have one.
Yeah, link down below.
Yeah, we'll put the link in. I made one, it's been a while. It's been a few years.
But it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like an ebook.
Yeah, it's on Amazon ebook. It's like $2.99 or something like that, like really cheap or whatever. But we'll put the link down in the bottom. And we were talking about that recently about maybe doing like another vegan book or another cookbook or something like that in like the future too.
Tay Victoria says, how are you feeling getting closer and closer to your due date about having to have a natural birth? Are you becoming more comfortable with the idea? Oh my God. So I thought like, okay, so I got a doula, and I also am planning on switching hospitals to like one that's like an hour away, even though I have a 5-minute like drive to our hospital. But because they don't really deal with a lot of natural births, this other place has like birthing tubs, and they have like nitrous oxide, I think it is, to just help cope with the pain. I don't do well with pain. And we were watching last night, like all these women give birth naturally and they're literally screaming their baby out. It just looks so painful. And I don't know how these women do it, or like, it's just funny to me because like, I don't know why people would like purposely want to go through that pain when they don't have to. I mean, I know why, because some people are scared of hospital birth. Like they're more scared to have a baby in a hospital. They're more scared of the epidurals. Yeah, I totally get that. Like I'm scared to get I would be scared to get an epidural too. But I would prefer to get an epidural than do it naturally, just because like I'm the type of person that like, I don't really care to have a natural birth. I just want to have a safe baby and for it to come out. And I want it to be like a good experience. And for me, that would be being drugged and feeling good. I'm just going to be honest.
That's my good experience.
Well, because like I just...
No, I know. I'm
look
just
and like
joking.
they just look so
kidding.
peaceful. Like, and I know there's tons of complications and it's not normal or natural or whatever. But like for me, like if I could have an epidural, I would definitely do an epidural over a natural birth. And I always never thought like, oh, I can't have an epidural, but because my back is fused, I can't have one. And I didn't know that. And I always would joke with Trav, like I would always just say, these are crazy. Like they're so badass. Like, but I could never do that. And now like I'm having to do that and it scares the shit out of me. So I'm still very scared, but I'm like reading books and trying my best to read like more positive birth stories. And
but you know what's funny is every person that I've like talked to, except your mom, but maybe your mom has amnesia because she just thinks everything is fine. But like every person that we've talked to, they've all none of them have done like natural births.
No.
They've all done like medicated or epidurals, all these things. Nobody has this wonderful, great story. It's always something bad or difficult, or it was painful, or it sucked, or it was this, or it was that. Like nobody says amazing, wonderful.
Yeah,
right?
No.
And that's like full medical intervention.
But that's because, they're talking about the before the epidural part. Everyone that I know that's had like an epidural is like there's no way I could have done it naturally, because they were in so much like pain and it was so excruciating that like once they got their epidural, they were like on cloud 9, you know, they were like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. I could never do this without an epidural. So those are the stories I've heard. Yeah. And so
those are the only stories that you know.
Right. So that's why I think I'm so scared. I think like if I, grew up with like the Duggars, for instance, where they all have like natural births at home, then I obviously would think very differently, but I did not have that experience growing up. I'm definitely scared. I think it's a natural thing. I think even, I talked about this, and we have a video
scared, no matter
coming
what
up.
Plan they're doing.
Yeah, like Brett, even my friend Brett, I did a collab with, and that video will be coming up shortly on this channel. But like she's like yoga, like super holistic, natural, and like she had an unassisted home birth, and like she was nervous. So I think everybody has nerves. I think mine are probably just a little bit worse than others, just because I naturally have really bad anxiety. But I know that everything happens for a reason and everything's gonna work out for the best in the end. And I just have to keep telling myself, like, the end goal of all of this is a baby, like a beautiful, healthy baby in my arms. And then, like, I'll be fine. Women have been doing this for years. I'm gonna be fine. So yeah, that's just what I keep telling myself. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys want us to do more videos like this, let us know down in the comments, and be sure to click that thumbs up button. It helps us out a lot for our channel, and it also lets us know that you like these videos and want to see more. So thank you, honey, for being on my channel today.
Oh, my pleasure. The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, cute. All right, we love you guys. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.
Mwah!